All right, so Florida Panthers back-to-back games between the Rangers and now the Montreal Canadiens, with Montreal Canadiens coming down to try force an upset against the Florida Panthers at Amaranth Bank Arena, and the Florida Panthers took care of business against the Canadiens 4-1 here at Sunrise. Um, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on this recap because it has been a um, pretty much a pretty much a little bit of a stretch game. So so since Bobrovsky played last night, we got Anthony Stolarz going up against Jake Allen for the Canadiens. So for Florida, Montreal, they start with the face-off, and already there'll be some fighting. There'll already gonna be some fighting with Michael Pizzetta and William Lockwood. So both guys were beating the crap out of each other. They both were called for fighting, so it remains like a 5-on-5. So that's kind of funny. Not funny, but you get what I mean. Um, so in this period alone, there's a fighting calls. There'll be some chances with Montreal. Cole Caulfield. There we go. Both of them with a wrist shots that were saved by Stolarz. Uh, Christian Vorak. I think the D is silent. Tries to wrist shot, but that hit the crossbar. So right there, that could have been 1-0 Montreal right there, and it didn't. And before the commercial break, there will be some shots with Florida going a little bit of a pressure, and Verhaeghe gets called for high sticking on Josh Anderson. That's a 2-minute minor. That will end up being a high sticking call against Josh Card Verhaeghe. So that was a Montreal power play, 2-minute one, and power play is killed off. So, so Florida with once again good penalty kill with against other teams. And a lot of the shots were being blocked throughout the rest. Armia deflected above crossbar, so they hit the crossbar of Montreal again. That's twice in this period. And in the end of the first period, Stolarz were perfect. Allen was also perfect with saving the puck, and we go into second period, no score. So there's nothing. So besides the fighting and a couple of penalties, there was no score in this game. Stolarz having a good game already. So we start with the second period with the face-off win. Florida. Kachuk was blocked by Anderson. Kachuk tries again, but that was also saved by Jake Allen. Not Josh Allen, he sucks. Jake Allen. Barkov with a snapshot that was saved by Jake Allen. And then there would be a penalty on Montreal. That's Nick Suzuki. He was called for a hold against Dmitry Kulikov. Florida will go on a power play. Little bit more minutes in the power play. There will be a shot there. Montour with a slash shot that was saved by Allen. And finally, with the tip-in, assisted by Rodriguez, that's his 17th of the season, and Sam Bennett, that's his 6th of the season, on a tip-in goal. Lo Serenen with his 6th goal of the season, 1-0 Florida right there. 1-0 Florida right off the bat, Lo Serenen, and it's a power play goal. So finally, there's some good news with the power play in this. We talk more about the penalty kills. Finally, we can talk a little bit more about power play. So there's that. So a little bit after that, about a minute and 26, is a penalty on Florida for a holding. It was Evan Rodriguez going up holding against Mike Matheson. He's also a former Panther. And there would be a power play goal there. Unfortunately, it's a backhand goal assisted by Nick Suzuki. That's his 21st assist of the season, and Mike Matheson, that is also his 20th assist of the season. With the backhand goal, it's Cole Caulfield. Cole Caulfield gets a goal, his 9th goal of the season. Nick Suzuki assisted, and with the backhand goal, nice goal there by Montreal, and the game is tied 1-1. And then there will be a penalty. There'll be a penalty on Montreal for too many men on the ice, and that was served by Michael Pizzetta. And Florida would get a power play goal. We'll get a power play goal off of this. Barkov would have. This is the Barkov assist that would have broken Huberdeau's record, and that would be a franchise record of assists. But unfortunately, that was called offside. So Montreal challenges the call, and unfortunately, that they called it back. It would remain 1-1, as they could have easily still make it 2-1. But that's just not meant to be. Not meant to be, people. So they put a few seconds back on the clock, but that didn't matter because power play would be killed off. And Florida going a little bit more pressure. Ekblad with the shot missing. Sam Bennett with the missed shot. Justin Barron with the missed shot. Mikkola was saved by Allen. Lombard with the wrist shot saved by Allen. And Florida with these shots, they are either getting blocked or they're missing some shots. So that's not good. Now with that being said, there will be more opportunities for Florida as Los Serenen will try to get a backhand that was saved by Jake Allen. And and after all this, when it could have been 2-1, which is not, we go to the third period, remain tied 1-1. So we start with the Montreal face-off win. Josh Anderson right off the bat with the wrist shot that was saved by Stolarz. And Stolarz was absolutely incredible in the third period. He was absolutely incredible. Montour with the backhand that missing to the right. Rodriguez with a shot block by Savard. Then Montreal would go on this pressure a little bit. So Harris with the wrist shot that actually hit above the crossbars. That was close. That they could have taken this lead 2-1 right there. There were a few takeaways from each other, but Verhaeghe after that was blocked by Jane Struble. Mikkola with the wrist shot that was saved by Jake Allen right there. Jordan Harris gets blocked by Stenlin. We're going to skip ahead a little bit. Reinhart with the wrist shot that was saved by Allen. Reinhart again with a backhand off the rebound, saved by Allen. Sam Reinhart once again with a snapshot, saved by Jake Allen. So Jake Allen is seeing Reinhart and he's saved him. Sam Bennett with the wrist shot that missing to the right. And then there was a penalty on Joel Armia. That was a roughing call, removing the opponent's helmet against Ekman Larsson. He removed the player's helmet. That is a penalty all the way. It's a power play, and it will be a 2-minute penalty. But that penalty would capitalize with the backhand goal assisted by Aaron Ekblad. That's his 5th assist of the season. And Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who took some little mini revenge on Armia. That's his 10th assist of the season. Off the backhand, finally, for the first time in his career, Los Serenen with his second goal of the season. That's his first time in his career, as far as I know, with a multi-goal game. So congratulations to Edo Los Serenen. He got one with the backhand in this one, and it's a go-ahead power play goal. Florida now leads this one at this point 2-1. So awesome stuff there by Los Serenen. He continues to be a factor here. So Florida was still going to pressure, but Suzuki with the wrist shot that was saved by Stolarz. Verhaeghe with a snapshot that went missing to the right. Then a little bit after that, Sean Manohan with the wrist shot that was saved by Stolarz, and I apologize if I get that name wrong. Matheson with the wrist shot that was saved by Stolarz. Matheson again with the wrist shot, he misses to the left. David Savard with the slash shot saved by Stolarz. Forsling gets blocked by Mike Matheson. William Lockwood with a tip-in saved by Jake Allen. We're going to skip ahead a little bit. Montreal was still a little bit of pressure. Mike Matheson with the slash shot, he missing to the right. Mohanen with the wrist shot that was saved by Stolarz. Brendan Gallagher with the wrist shot that was saved by Stolarz. And another goal. Assisted by Ulrich Larson. That's, far as I know, his second assist of the game. Carver Hage's 14th assist of the season. Off a tip-in, Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett gets a tip-in goal. That's his 6th goal of the season. It is now 3-1 Florida at this point. So awesome stuff there. And with this goal, we're feeling a little bit more confident about getting this victory. So Josh Anderson with the wrist shot that was saved by Stolarz. Stolarz is absolutely amazing in this period alone. And at this point, there would be an empty net. There would be an empty net there. As Cole Sheffield with the shot blocked. And there would be an empty netter. Now, before I talk about this empty netter goal, I should point out that Anthony Stolarz actually attempted to make this shot. Now, this is not reported on the ESPN play-by-play, but I can tell you from what I saw in the game, Stolarz actually made an attempt to make the goalie goal. Unfortunately, that was blocked. And there was just nothing there for Stolarz. So, I mean, I give credit to Anthony Stolarz for trying to get this goal. That would have been something else for Florida. That would have been really cool. But fortunately, we still have an empty net goal, assisted by Matthew Tkachuk. That's his 22nd assist of the season. Aaron Ekblad's 6th assist of the season. With the wrist shot empty netter, Carver Hage. Carver Hage with the wrist shot, that's his 18th goal of the season. Florida would have the lead 4-1, and it shall stay that way for the rest of this game. Stevens with getting blocked by Mikola. Harris rather. Wrist shot hit above the crossbar. Lomberg gets with the wrist shot saved by Jake Allen. And Ohana gets blocked by Lockwood. Pizzetta with the wrist shot, then missing to the left. And sound the horns. Florida Panthers wins this game 4-1 over the Montreal Canadiens. When you look at the team stats, Florida had more shots. Florida had more hits. Montreal had more face-off wins. So that's pretty good. Florida had more power play opportunities, and Florida had more power play goals. So that's even better. No shorthanded goals. Montreal had more block shots. Florida had more takeaways. That's great. That's great news for them. And Florida had more giveaways, so that's something they need to work on. Stars of the game, Lost Serenian, no doubt about it. Sam Bennett, 2 stars, no doubt about it. And you give 3 stars to Anthony Stolarz, definitely well deserved this one. Barkov was robbed with the franchise history making assist, but he'll probably do it again against his next opponent, which is in, I like to say 3 days from now. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, 3 days from now. They go back to the West, and I think that'll be the last time they go further west of the season. I think. I could be wrong. But they go to Arizona in 3 days. That'll be a new year in the calendar year against Arizona. So they go to the desert. Then you go up north to Vegas. Great. Vegas. Then you go a little bit more eastward to Colorado. Then you're playing against St. Louis, where hopefully you figured out something against St. Louis. So yeah, that's a 4-game West Coast trip, sort of. And yeah. Now, unlike the Heat, where they lose to end off 2023, Florida Panthers continued the win streak, and they end off 2023 with a victory. As for the Florida Panthers, they have now won their 4 straight games, and all 4 of those games were big ones. They won against Vegas, they won against Tampa, they won against New York, and they won against Montreal. 3 out of 4 games were major wins for the Florida Panthers, and that is true all the way. So, Florida Panthers 22, 12, and 2. That's 10 games over 500. Really good stat and really good record so far for the Florida Panthers, especially when they start off. They start off relatively slow, and then they figured out something. They would go on wins, and then they go on a 6-game win streak, 6 or 7 win streak, until they ultimately fall in West Coast in Los Angeles, which is unexpected. But with this, let me see real quick. Let me check the conference real quick. Yeah, I that's what I thought. They are still third. They're still in third in the Eastern Conference. They're still ahead of Carolina, and they are 2 points behind Boston. So we need to figure out how to get to Boston, and then we need to take advantage of them, because Boston's still a good team. They just don't know how to lose, but they know how to lose in overtime, which is still bad considering they still get a point. But you beat the New York Rangers, which is a momentum booster heading into the West. So Florida Panthers, I commend them for playing their best hockey, and especially going into 2024 calendar year, where we have relatively 3 more months left before April, which means playoffs. So right now, I feel a little bit more confident about this season than last season. And like I said in the preview, I predict that this team is going to be better than the last team's season. So far, my prediction is coming up pretty good. Just saying. Now, knock on wood for what I just said. I don't want to jinx it, but you get my point for what I'm trying to say. But anyway, guys, there you go. That's going to do it for this video. Two more Miami recaps tomorrow. One is the Miami Dolphins, the other one's the Hurricanes women's team. And that will end Miami TVG 2023 calendar year. And I would like to say this before I go. It has been an absolute amazing year to be with you guys in 2023 calendar year. It has been absolutely tremendous. I enjoyed all of it. You guys were the big reason that this channel is the way that it is right now. And every single time, win or lose, I come up and film these videos, whether it's a vlog, a concert video, recap videos, whatever it may be, or shorts, or reaction videos, whatever the case may be. I enjoy spending time talking to you guys, talking about the game, giving my personal take on it, and I enjoyed all of it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too. 2024, I'm looking forward to talking about more teams, especially the new Miami Sharks, which is a rugby team. So I enjoy everything, and I'm excited to talk more professional teams. I'm excited to talk more about Inter Miami. I'm excited to talk about a rugby team. I'm excited for a potentially March Madness appearance for basketball teams. I'm excited to do season 4 with you guys. So I'm excited for everything. 2024 will be a good year. That's for sure. But anyway, guys, there you go. That's going to do it for this video, folks. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to our content, because Miami TVG guys are back. And when he does, hit me right there with the free entertainment you deserve. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Dolphins recap. It's going to be a big game. And yeah, folks, I'll see you guys then. Go Panthers, and let's go Dolphins tomorrow. Good night, everybody.